Greetings, and welcome to Kind Y007. How are y'all doing? I hope all is well and happy. Get these live streams up in order. Make sure I can be heard. Test. Audio. Pause the music. Audio check. Peace. Should be good now. We just watched President-elect Donald Trump come back into the office today. And also, oh, come on. Also, of course, it's MLK Day, Dr. Martin Luther King Day. A lot of folks are off, celebrating or not. A lot of folks wondering where Michelle Obama's at. They was like, where's Michelle? Michelle didn't say she was coming through. Michelle never said she was coming through. Okay. Showering and changing and whatnot. Hope everybody's doing good. Let's what's going on here? Okay. I'm gonna want to remove that. Oh, got it. And okay, I didn't want to be gigantic, but I don't need to be tiny either. Whew. All right. All right, I'm jumping back in a new app. Okay. Let's go. So I wonder what your thoughts are. Anyone want to chime in? Can let me know. Because as we know, there's been a lot going on. We got Donald Trump in office. Show just a tad of that too as we move forward. Really interesting too. Nothing really surprises us too much when it comes to Donald J. Trump. But if you notice, I just put out a video short, about 20 something seconds long, because as soon as he finished his speech, he went right over to the other his second inauguration and started talking about the folks that was over there. So that was it was just funny too. It just like that's just like how he is. That's really how he is. I wonder if I should do a blur background a little bit. There we go. So anyone that caught that, where are my glasses? May have seen that. But overall, I hope everyone is doing well. I want to kind of switch gears a little bit to. Okay, I had a little bit of music going on. Where are we at? Hey y'all, feel free to conversate if you like to. That helps the channel too. When I do live streams, that's what I'm looking for, interaction. I'm not looking to be just an echo chamber. If you have something to say, you can say it. But what I wanted to say was Barack and Michelle, I didn't hear anything about them splitting up. So they're trying to say that there was rumors about them splitting up. I didn't hear nothing about that. But they are a bit divided when it comes to at least showing up for Trump. Um, by the way, the Trump family did not come to the inauguration for Joe Biden. All right. So everyone's acting like this is something new. It's happened before. It's just they feel it's more cordial to, it's more cordial to participate because that's part of your duties to do. Look at this. All is spilt from my Patti LaBelle cobbler. Guess that's what happens when you order online and people shop for you and they must just throw your stuff in the bag. They must just put your stuff upside down, pick any kind of whatever's over there, any kind of produce. I'm about to stop ordering. Guess I have to shop for myself. We're happy about people shopping for us, but then they don't know how to shop for you. They give you the worst of stuff. It looks like they throw your stuff and then kick it outside or something. Like you wanted a bigger tip? Well, too bad. So sometimes it's just better to shop yourself. Does that have anything to do with anything? No, just sort of shop for yourself. Big biscuits. It was snowing a lot in the north in Washington, D.C. So some people said, well, why do you think he really moved it indoors? It's like, because there's an Arctic blast that really occurred. So New York got hit. We got D.C. got hit. Some of y'all might have got hit. If you got some snow, let us know if you had some snow. So I want to show this. Let me see what they're saying on here.
Barack Obama subtly squashing split rumors with a sweet birthday tribute to his wife, Michelle.
He's got a little swag, That's okay. I mean, I'm proud of him.
The former president sharing this photo, holding hands with his wifey on a date night, and gushing about her in the caption, writing, "Happy birthday to the love of my life. You fill every room with warmth, wisdom, humor, and grace, and you look good doing it. I'm so lucky to be able to take on life's adventures with you. Love you." Michelle responding with a simple, "Love you, honey."
He's a stylish man who is healthy, and he's smart, and he's passionate, and he's inspiring, and who wouldn't fall in love with that, It's okay.
The divorce rumors started flying after Michelle was MIA at former President Jimmy Carter's funeral. That's Barack and President-elect Donald Trump sitting next to each other at the memorial. All living U.S. presidents and their spouses were there, except Michelle. Then, just days later, the Associated Press reported the former First Lady would also be skipping Trump's inauguration on January 20th. It's still TBD on why she's not attending the ceremony.
I would say be true to yourself. Because it's easier to live life being authentically you. You don't have to fake anything, and you never have to remember who you're trying to be because you're always yourself.
At least the very start of the farewell ceremony right here. This is the departure ceremony for former President Biden and Vice President Harris. And so we're going to listen in and see what we can hear.
So I do have the inauguration that is up, at least, most of it. So just questioning some of the things that's been going on. I'll put in the chat. Too soon. Oh, these are notes. Oh, it's a spot for the notes. All right, that's pretty cool. All right, put in, how do you feel about today's events? How do you feel about today's events? Okay. All right. I'm working out a little bit of kink, but it should be straight and good to go. Let me share. Oh, Carrie Underwood too. She sang just a little bit. It was real quick, but she has like a powerful voice. But like I didn't realize that either. So that was kind of interesting. Trump's channel, he got some things going on here. Let me see the display. And he's got some guest speakers coming out also.
And, you know, places like California, we did great, but when they send out like 38 million ballots, and nobody knows where the hell they're sending them, and then they come pouring back, the whole thing. You know, they passed a law in California that if you work in an election bureau, and if you so much as ask for a voter ID, if you say, sir, ma'am, could I please look at your voter ID? They have the right to put you in jail. You're a criminal. Can you believe that? There's only one reason that happens. They want to cheat. So they had it where voter ID wasn't accepted. But now if you even ask for it, this is seriously a bill that was just signed, passed in their legislature, and it was signed. And I think when we get things cleaned up and we get back,
commemorate the birthday of Dr. King. And as I was sitting in the Capitol Rotunda, as I was watching Donald Trump give the best speech ever at a presidential inauguration, it reminded me to another great speech. And Pastor Sewell and his benediction, I gotta have a talking with him because he was phenomenal. But what it said to me is that in our country, there are no perfect men. There are no perfect women. There are people who were used at a point in time in this country to put this country in position to be better than it was before. And so that's why in the Capitol Rotunda, when President Trump talked about that bullet that went through his ear, and that he is here at this time because God has placed him here at this time to make sure that the golden era of America comes through right now. So yes, we are going to make sure that we get your prices under control and we have a great economy. Yes, we're going to get out of stupid wars and dumb conflicts, and we're going to have peace through strength. Yes, our soldiers are going to be focused on their core mission, and that is to kill the enemy and to come home. Yes, we're going to have the largest repatriation force of illegal immigrants in the history of this country, because the only way you come to America is legally, following the law. All of those promises and more, they're going to be kept starting today at that very desk over there. And I got a special message, and this is for states like California and New York and Illinois. If you want to continue to have a dumpster fire form of government, if you want to continue to mislead your people thinking that your radical policies are the way forward, people like myself in the great state of Florida and Tennessee and Texas and the administration of Donald J. Trump, we are going to show you what true governance is. We are going to show you what true leadership is. And we are going to show the people in your states that they don't have to live with Gavin Newsom. They can have a Republican again in the state of California. And the last thing, because I don't want this to be about red states versus blue states, we are Americans. And the thing that will unify us is the success of our nation. When a young kid can grow up in the inner city and make something of himself, that is success. When a mom can dream about her children and they achieve something wonderful in America, that is success. When an immigrant from another country comes through the right way and they actually build something and they add to what America truly is, that is success. When we unify our efforts and we can disagree but still keep the most perfect union ever known going, that is success. Those are the common sense ideals of America. That is the leadership that Donald Trump is going to bring. And I don't care if you're in California or Florida, that is going to be the guiding principles of the United States of America. So buckle up, everybody, because we're going to be unified. We're going to get the job done. And I don't know about you, I'm kind of sick of speeches. On Capitol Hill, a few blocks from here, we are going to get the job done, or people will be moved out of the way. God bless you guys. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and their families. God bless you.
So that was Byron. He was just speaking. I honestly think he does decent speeches. His speeches are decent. I agree with moving people out of the way if they're in the way. I'm like that when it comes to when I see the immigration woes and the struggles that we've been having because of immigration and whatnot. So what I was doing was just showing some live shots, live footage, and some review. Seeing if people are still busy watching all the live, or y'all ain't tired of these speeches for the day, or what, or if y'all got things on your mind and you want to discuss them, put it in the chat while I'm here. If you want. Yeah, aside from that, okay, who's this? Oh, I thought he was somebody else.
For those of you that have always had the president's back throughout these last couple of years, when we were at our darkest moment 4 years ago, this is your victory. For those of you that refuse a waiver, when they tried to throw our amazing patriots in federal prison,
All right. So also, like we know, it's Martin Luther King Day too. I seen Reverend Al Sharpton. He spoke. Too. I kind of jumped in there really quick. Hold on.
Situation of being called names.
So yeah, too, I would say just moving forward, we have, we have our own groups too. I honestly feel like either way things are going, there's been so much stress in the U.S. that you may want. Oh, I had this on my head. You may want to have a support group or groups just where that you can form together, but come up with solutions. It's not groups to be violent. It doesn't mean pick a group and just be wilding out and acting crazy, but a group of support. Things like that. Let me see. Yeah, so basically, oops, I had put the question in there, but I didn't type it in there correctly. And I feel like I ain't typing good today, but oh well. So just wondering how y'all feeling. What are you feeling? How do we feel? Um, Regardless of whoever's nominated, whoever's doing what, I feel like we still have to have that dialogue. We still have to know what we want and know that sometimes what we want and need are going to come through channels that we didn't realize. Not just website channels, but I'm thinking people. People are vessels. So if we're vessels, we are able to reach each other. Um, we are vessels, not to just be divided all the time, but vessels that are going to have to be forced to come together. So I listened to what Trump said, and he said he is going to work on unification. So that's one of the big things that's important to all of us, I would say. He already said on day one, immigration, got to get them on out. But keeping in mind, even the czar that he chose, Holmes, the czar's Holmes that he has in charge, they want to go into precincts. They want to, well, go into the correctional facilities and they want to get these illegal immigrants out. They want to do it today, January 20th, Monday, 2025. But surprisingly, to me anyway, these jails and prisons are telling them that they can't come in here and get those immigrants, which doesn't make any sense to me. So I've been thinking about what's been going on with the immigration and being a New York native myself. It seems wild. It's pretty crazy. So I do feel like people that are in the way have to get out of the way. They really do. But we do have to keep a level of respect, at least towards one another, and we'll get through a lot of the things. What I'll do is show some of the speeches and chime in with some commentary. And if there's something someone wants to add in, you can feel free to do so. I thought I had put the thing in there, but I'll do that. Okay. Then a lot of people's like, where's Michelle at? Where's Michelle Obama at? She's on vacation. But at the same time, it's strange because she's not standing beside her husband. He's not a big Trump fan. You know, former President Obama, come on. So it's just interesting too that she's noticeably like the only person missing from immediate presidency, at least our previous immediate presidency. We got Jill's there, Joe Biden, and Obama, but not Michelle. So a lot of people were asking about that. Let me count off this.
The problem is we got too many folks scratching where they ain't itching, laughing at what's not funny. We fought too hard. We shed too much blood. We spent too many nights in jail to think that Trump can turn us around. I wanted to be in Washington to let you know so you didn't have to hear rumor. We right here. We are not going back. Now, Donald Trump used to try, even after we marshaled him, to act like he was going to be all different. He gave free offices to the Wall Street project of Reverend Jesse Jackson for a year when I was head of Ministers Vision Rainbow. Came to National Action Network's convention, 2002. Reporters don't do no research. They just write everything he said. Then he came back in 2006. Now he called me a racist and a con man. Well, was I a con man when you used to come to our convention? Was I a con man when you gave Jesse free office space? You will be whatever it is to put you ahead. But some of us are standing on the same things that we always stood for. And some of us are not going to change now. You got some walking around. First of all, they lied and said they're going to get all the black men to vote for them. Look at the facts. That did not happen. But the fact of the matter is that under the 4 years that you were in before, George Floyd happened. Ahmaud Arbery was killed in Brunswick, Georgia. Breonna Taylor happened. You never stood up one time for justice for any of them. Never uttered a word of justice. And we got by. We built and had one of the largest gatherings in this district. We brought 200,000 people to the nation's capital around George Floyd. I call the march in a pandemic. You were right in the White House. We marched for Ahmaud Arbery. We convicted the police in George Floyd. We convicted the police in Ahmaud Arbery. We showed even under you we would fight and win anyhow, and we gonna fight these next 4 years no matter what you say. When he won in 16, he brought in more people to Congress and the Senate than he brought in this time. Though he got more votes, he brought in less coattail. So we got an easier fight. There ain't but 4 or 5 votes in the Senate between him and them, and ain't but about 3 in the Congress. They act like we don't know how to tell these people, y'all got to run for re-election and we'll come in there and deal with that. That's why we got people from all over the country that rode buses all night long. Some couldn't even come from the South that we had hired the buses because of the weather. But we said we coming anyhow. Because we don't want the only story coming out of Washington today that some billionaires went to church. Tell them some regular organizing people, black and white, Latino, gay and straight, came to Washington to church to put them on notice that we are not going to be turned around. Everything that Dr. King stood for is at risk with this president and this Congress. What is Dr. King known for? Standing up for economic rights, standing up for equal rights, standing up for civil rights. And all of that, this president, against women's right to choose, against equal rights for gays, against the whole question of diversity, equity, and inclusion. On the record. Against voting rights, wants to bring it back to states' rights. So it's not even about me against Trump, it's about him against Dr. King's principles. He say he wants to open up the files on Dr. King and Robert Kennedy and John Kennedy's death. Well, that is good. But you should also open up the books of Dr. King and read them.